Alrighty, I'm making sure we are live, and I think we are. I think I see us. Give it a quick refresh and just make sure. All right, we are live and going. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live video from Boys Town. It is a very exciting month here, the month of May, with graduation. So with that, we are live here today with George and Karie Woki, who are family teachers on our home campus. And we are going to be talking all things graduation, talking about both Boys Town graduation and also sharing some advice if you are a parent watching who has a senior graduating. Karie and George have had several come through their home and graduate, and we'll be giving some tips on getting through the graduation season and everything fun surrounding that. If you are watching live and want a chance to support our graduates, I have linked a donate button on here, as well as a form above this video about getting involved with graduation. We have several opportunities, including filling out a free e-card, and we are printing all of those and giving them to our graduates. So please sign on, take a couple minutes, and write some words of encouragement after this video, and we really, really appreciate it. So George and Karie, how are you both doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. Great to have you on. Like I mentioned already, you are family teachers. How long have you been at Boys Town?
We have been family teachers now going to 5 years. We just marked our 50th anniversary. So we are veterans of this.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And you have boys in your home. So with that, how many graduates do you have in your home graduating this upcoming season?
So this year we have 2 boys graduating.
Wonderful. But you told me, I think before this, you've had about 10 total since you've been family teachers. Awesome. Wonderful. Describe graduation season at Boys Town. What are some of the fun events taking place?
So we do different things throughout the whole community and campus as a whole, but we also do things individually as communities. I know each community does their own different separate activities as well. So we do a senior roast every year, which is one of our favorites. We all have breakfast together, all the seniors that are graduating, their family teachers, and it's a time of just being able to have fun and celebrate them, but also, you know, poke a little fun on the journey that they've had since they've been at Boys Town. So that's probably one of my favorites and my highlights in terms of what we as a community do for Boys Town for our boys.
Yeah, one of my most favorite moments is recognition night, and I don't think this happens anywhere else with seniors in this country. And this is where we get to celebrate the achievements of our graduating class with tangible awards. We've had things from full scholarships going to college for those who are college bound to brand new cars, which is a big lift for kids and families who that's probably their first ever brand new car for the whole family. So that's great. And being able to just send kids successfully from here, setting them on a firm foundation to be successful, I think is one of my most favorite moments. Last year, we had a kid who was also the mayor of Boys Town. He graduated with a full ride to Delaware State, and he remains our pride and joy to see him come to that and be recognized that way because he was a leader on this campus and something that other kids look up to.
We also we as a home will do a special dinner. So we'll take all of our boys out to dinner. I love to cook, but something just a little bit special for them. This is a really big deal. It's a big part of their accomplishments here and getting able to get to that finish line. So we allow them to pick where they want to go. We take them as a family out to dinner, come back and just do a little bit of like a private celebration for just our boys and our boys to love on our boys who are graduating. And that's something that's really special. A lot of things that we do also at Boys Town is all throughout the year. And a lot of people may not know this if they're not on the ground, but we do retreats for each of our classes, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. And they are some of my most favorites. I think I've missed 2 of all of, I go to every single one of them. I missed 2 in 5 years. And the seniors get to do 2 every year, and their end one is a really big deal. So those cards that you were talking about, they get to go off campus. They get to experience, you know, different ways of how they've accomplished their goals at Boys Town. We do a lunch with them, and then we go back and they're able to read all those cards of encouragement that teachers and family teachers, friends, family have sent to them to kind of really just allow them to begin the season of celebrating their accomplishments. And you're crying, it's sad, it's happy, but it's just one of the sweetest, most intimate moments that the seniors and their class get to have together. And it's so precious to me. I love the senior retreats and all the retreats.
Yeah, and finally, graduation is a celebratory time for the whole campus. So there is graduation decor. As you drive around campus, you see posters celebrating the kids who are graduating, and we'll have a big parade that the whole community gets to participate in with fire trucks, police cruisers, and all kinds of fun vehicles, and the kids just having a moment of their life. And we all come out to the front porches and just celebrate them and have silly fun moments with them, which is a highlight for me, really.
Mm-hmm. And that was a fun tradition that we started during COVID, having the parade. And it was one of those COVID things that really stuck because it was just so fun. And I mean, you guys, you'll see these kids because we'll share some recap videos of it. But you'll see them and they are on the fire trucks kind of going and waving, and they really get to feel almost like little celebrities on their graduation day, which they should, right? I mean, we are celebrating them, and so much of what we do, you know, you think of high school graduation for the average person watching, like, of course, high school graduation, it's almost a rite of passage. But for these kids, you know, especially George and Karie can attest to this, they did not think that they would get here. A lot of them, before they come to Boys Town, graduating from high school seemed so far out of their scope of what their life would be. So when they come to Boys Town and they're able to participate in all these fun events and culminate, I think, all of the work that has gone into getting them to at this point, and all the hard work that they've done as individuals, is one of the most special times. So I want to shout that out. And with all those events, they're all made possible because of your support. So like I said, with the donate button on this video, if you want to donate, or if you're already a monthly donor, we really, really appreciate it, because it's because of you that we have all these fun opportunities. Awesome. So during such an exciting and very emotional season, how do you both prepare yourself mentally for when these kids that you've come to know and love so dearly are heading off to the next phase of their lives?
And great all at the same time. So this year we're graduating a boy that has been in our home for 5 years. And that's such an accomplishment for him, a kid that he never thought this would be where he's at, like you said before. And just watching him grow from an 8th grader to now a senior, and being a part of that journey every single step of the way. You become emotionally attached. I mean, these are your kids. I mean, we have a almost 21-year-old and a 17-year-old daughter who's graduating this year as well. And so they are a part of our family. They're my kids' siblings. They're our children. And so there is a part of your heart that pulls and tugs, that it's like, oh man, just like it would your own children. But they come here and you're teaching them skills, and you're helping them and help developing their skills to be able to leave here and be successful. So when you get to the moment where they're graduating, and that culmination of that is like, wow, you did that. We did that. We accomplished that. And it's a really big deal. But also being able to then transition into teacher to a mentor and friend, and that relationship changing, because the journey doesn't end when they leave a Boys Town. Their journey isn't over. They become a part of us, and we become a part of them. And all of our other guys that have graduated, we talk to all the time. We're checking in. Hey, how you doing? They're calling us. They're checking in on our kids. They're checking in on us. And you become a part of each other's family. Their parents and their families become your family. So it's a bittersweet moment, but also knowing that it doesn't end there, and that relationship changes and it evolves into something that allows us to see the fruits of our togetherness labor, and allow them to really be able to go out into this world and do amazing things. And that's a huge accomplishment and pride and joy for us, but also for them. And so it's emotional, but it's a good emotion. It's a fun emotion.
Yeah. George,
the best preparation for us is not really a preparation, but celebrating the accomplishments, like Karie said, of them getting to the finish line, because for many, that is not the thought that they come into when they come to Boys Town. And just seeing the work that they have put in, because it's mostly the work that they've put in. We have played the role of mentoring and guiding, but they have to buy into the program. They have to want that success for themselves. So we put ourselves in the best position to guide them, and that, I guess, would be the preparation that we put in place. But staying connected with them, checking in on them, just letting them know that we are here, I think is also a great legacy for these kids.
Yes, definitely. So we talked a little bit about skills, but how does Boys Town prepare our kids for life after graduation from your perspective?
Part of the program here in the family home program is life skills. So that's not something that we start doing in their senior year or when they're about to graduate, something that is incorporated in the life skills that they are learning here. Something as basic as cooking for yourself, getting along with others, in a dorm room, in the room that you share with your peers here, being able to ask for help, being able to offer compliments. Those are things that we incorporate in everyday life. But I would say the hallmark of this whole thing is what Successful Futures has come in to play. All the way from mentoring them, preparing them for the journey of being senior planning, going through options, or are you a post-graduation options, developing plan A, B, and C, and then walking through that until you're down to a plan A and plan B that is really solid, well thought out. It's a big hand to Successful Futures and the team that Tony is in charge of. I think that has taken a huge load of family teachers, because we used to be the ones who are doing all that. And you can imagine having 3, 4 seniors in the home and having to walk them through all their plans A, B, and C. That can be quite a bit. So we are truly thankful for what Successful Futures has done and giving kids options. If college is not an option, that's not the end of it. There is Job Corps. There are kids who are going to decide, I'm just going to go into the job market. We prepare them for that as well. And Successful Futures is there to not just see them get out of the program, but holding them in the program with incentives for them to remain in jobs if they choose to remain in jobs, encouraging them to make good decisions, and always being available for help. There is transitional housing that is available. It's limited, but it's there for kids who really don't have anywhere to go to after they graduate. So we're not just handing them diplomas and saying, okay, good luck. If you really do have a need, there's transitional housing that is available through Successful Futures, and that's able to help them save some money if they're preparing to go to college in the area or whatever, have a job on campus as they are transitioning. So we're holding them dear to us, end to end.
Yeah, and I put, for those of you watching on Facebook, I put a link in this video that tells more about our Successful Futures program. It is so unique and is so special, because oftentimes on social media we get the question, okay, Boys Town graduation's coming up, what's next and what's after that? And really wanting to emphasize that, we don't just get kids up to the point of graduation, but past that too. And we always say Boys Town is a home and is a family. So really want to make sure people know that, we don't just graduate these kids and send them out cold turkey. We are doing everything we can to prepare them for whatever path is next, whether that's like what George said, if it's a 2-year degree, 4-year degree, going into the workforce, going into the military. Because for a lot of kids, graduation is a very exciting time, but also a time that can be full of a little bit of fear and nerves. And, many of our kids who come into Boys Town come from not great circumstances to begin with. So they worry, am I going to go back to that? Am I not going to be in a safe environment or be able to take care of myself? And we start that planning early, like George says, and, we'll provide support beyond graduation. So we plan to share more about Successful Futures on our social media going into graduation. So if you want to look into that and support that program, I've linked that information below here. Wonderful. So, I named a few things off the top of my head. I know some of our grads go off to college, working in the military. What about your grads for the 10 that you've had? What kind of journeys have they gone on to?
So a lot of them have gone on to 2 to 4 year colleges. We, have guys that have got into college playing football, and different sports activities. We also have kids that have gone into Job Corps. We've had kids that go straight into the workforce. So really being able, with the support from Successful Futures, their families and us, being able to set them up for what's realistically their best option and what is going to work best for them in the moment of graduation. We've had kids that have left here, go straight into the workforce, and then decide to go back to college. Yeah. And so being able to have them have a wide range of options and know that they're being supported with the safety net here with us at home, but also Successful Futures coming afterwards to continue that safety net is really important. So we've had a really wide range of kids doing lots of different things.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing some amazing comments come through. We've got Boys Town class of 91, class of 93. Someone commented and said, life skills. I didn't know how to say hi and shake someone's hand before I went to Boys Town. So to all our alumni watching, thank you. And thank you for sharing your testimonials and kind comments. We appreciate that. And big emphasis on the life skills, because often we meet people now who didn't go to Boys Town who have a hard time introducing themselves and looking someone in the eye, shaking someone's hand. And that is something I've always found extremely admirable. Of when I walk into a family home, I am immediately greeted, and those skills are really put into practice. So awesome. Okay, so you guys mentioned, is it your daughter who's graduating as well this year? Yeah. So you have your Boys Town kids, you have your own kids that are in your immediate family, and many of our parents that are watching have seniors graduating. What tips would you share with them on having a child leave the nest? It's a happy and a bittersweet time, as you know.
So for us, there's a lot of families do your very typical graduation. You have the big party, you have the big food, you have the big whatever, because that's just what you do. To me, it's really important that you just slow down. It's okay to just savor those moments and ask your kids. We have kids that we've done big parties for. We've had kids that are like, can you just make dessert? And we have have some friends and family come over. We don't need a big, we don't need a big thing. So really figuring out what their comfort level is and what is it that they want. This is about them. And I think a lot of times, because, we're proud of them and our pride, you want to make it about you and all the big things. And so I would just say, hey, slow down, ask them, what do you want? What's something that would bring you joy? How can we celebrate you? Because that's really what it's about. And asking for help. I mean, there's people that have kids graduating in almost every home of this campus. And so it's okay to ask for help. There's times that it's like, hey, we did their party the night before and we have all this left over. Your party's tomorrow. What do you want? Come get what you want. So, asking for help, putting it out there if it is something that you need, but also getting your families outside of your immediate family and asking them to contribute, asking them to help, try to make the load easier so that it's not a time of stress and anxiety, because that also pours into your kids as well. And it's already a really high stress and anxiety filled moment for your own children, as they're trying to figure out how to not walk across the stage and fall, or am I going to say the right thing? So just pausing and taking time, and it allows you to just settle into the idea that your kids are always going to be your kids. I mean, I look at my boys. I mean, I look at the kid that we have graduating after 5 years, and we were talking yesterday at consultation with our consultant, and like, you know, looking at pictures of when he started in 8th grade into now, and it's like, oh my word. Or even your own kids, like, you know, it's memories. You're reminiscing over all these, you know, triumphs and life events that have happened over the last years, and being able to just savor that, but also understanding that they're moving into an adulthood, and embracing that. Like I said, that change of, yes, you're always going to be their parent. Yes, you're always going to be your mom. Yes, we're always going to be their family teachers. Yes, we're always going to be the people that love them and care about them. But that relationship is changing, and embracing their independence and allowing them to learn and grow on their own, and being there to catch them when they fall, like you would if they were in 8th grade or in college. Just really savor. It's just more savoring those moments, and just enjoying every little thing, and taking what they have to say to heart, and listening to what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the hallmarks of the family home program is the structure that we do provide for kids who come from everywhere, and being able to, for lack of a better word, standardize their care, providing equal things for them. I think embracing that structure is very helpful for parents with graduating kids. These kids are used to structure, so continue providing that structure for them so that they can excel. Embracing that adulthood, they are getting into adulthood. They will have opportunities to make choices, some great, some not so great. Be there to catch them when they fall, because that's what we do. They fail, we walk through that, and we send them out again. They might fail again, but be there to provide that support for them, because that's what care providers do all the time, and push them to do well, because we do that every day. We push them to do well. We push them to reach beyond what they think that they are capable of. So as parents out there, please continue pushing them to do well, pushing them to excel. And they have it in them to do that. Because getting to graduation is testament to they can do it. So just be there pushing them.
Yes. Continue on the forward momentum, right?
Yes.
We got this far, let's keep going. Right. Okay, so my last question here on our list is, what would you say to a Boys Town donor watching as you prepare to send off some incredible young boys who have been helped through their generosity?
There isn't a big enough thank you in the world. This is a very magical, special place. I mean, we say that all the time to our boys. Like, this is a very special and unique place that you might not realize in this moment it is, but it is. And it's all because of the people that give. Big, small, every dollar, every dime, every penny helps in their future and in their success. And this is really the place of second chances. This is really a place where they can come broken and with a lot of baggage and trauma, and be able to leave this place as functioning, well-developed, skilled men and women ready to walk out and be contributors into this world, whether that's, you know, in any capacity. I mean, you could have a kid. I mean, we have kids that are in the NFL. We have kids that are, you know, doing great things all over the world, making a difference. And you're paying that forward to them, and they're going out and they're paying it forward to other people. And it's because of them. And we wouldn't be who we are, and we wouldn't be able to help reach the kids that we do if it was not for the people that donate, and the places that come and support alongside us to make our jobs better, easier, but also give these kids a chance to know what life is when they are supported in a way that they've never known before.
George, do you have anything to add?
I don't think I could say more besides, like what Karie said, there is not a big enough thank you that we can offer to our donors, because they are the lifeblood of the mission. Without them, this mission is not there. For the kids that we are sending out into the world, I remind our boys, we are preparing you to become citizens of the world. And I give them my example. I was born in Kenya, but I'm here taking care of American kids. I was prepared to be a citizen of the world. And we encourage them to have that global outlook. But that is not possible without the generosity of our donors who enable kids to fail and then rise up and reach for heights unimaginable for them and their families. So thank you, our donors.
And I would say, kids say Disney World is magical. Disney World is the place of all the magical things. I would beg to differ. Boys Town is the magic for these kids. Boys Town is that place where their eyes light up and they're given a second chance at life to do something great. And so I tell the boys all the time, this is your Disney World. Grasp it, hold on to it, because it's nothing there's nothing ever going to be like it for you. And it's not going to go anywhere even when you leave. So it's a Disney World you can come back to all the time. And it's always here to bring back those magical moments for you that you're going to have, and those memories you're going to have for the rest of your life. And that is because of the people that give.
Yes. And you can see it in the comments on this video. I'm looking on our Instagram live comments, our Facebook comments, lots of comments saying, George and Karie equal amazing. George and Karie, awesome. So I think some of your old boys might be tuning in and are leaving you kind comments. So I want you to know that. But they couldn't have said it any better, and it is all true what Karie and George said. I have the form linked above to donate. If you donate before May 17th, your impact can be doubled. We have a generous donor match up to $24,000 for our class of 2024, which is incredible. Donate and get it doubled. And just as they said, when you help a child today, you'll write the history of tomorrow. And it goes so far beyond just that one kid, that one time. So thank you, George and Karie, for joining. We hope to see you again on here soon, and enjoy all of the wonderful graduation moments ahead. Savor it all, just as you said, and we all will too. So thank you so much. Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you keep following along on social. We will share more exciting updates on our graduating class this year. And thank you again for all your support.